Hey folks, this is a 2011 Honda CRV. Little 4-cylinder. We're changing the Serpentine belt. Is it easy to do? Is it complicated? Depends on how you look at it. Depends on your work skills. I'll tell you what you need to do though. On this side here, I don't know if you got to jack it up or you got to lift. If you can work on, this is a bend pack 6 lift. I took this panel off over here. All right, it's 2 clips on the side here and about 3 clips on the bottom. I just peeled it off and I bent it out of the way so that you can get to the belt system here. Okay, because you're going to be able to reach in there and move some belts around just to get it into the groove. Now for the top, this power steering reservoir has to come out. Right? Some people move this little clip right here, slide that off, take the reservoir out, and then you got 2 10mm bolts on the bottom. Okay? Right there. One on this side, one on the other side. Okay? And that takes the bracket off. Okay? 10mm bolts. But why do 2 steps when you just do 1? So long extension, 1/4 inch drive, 10mm bolt there, 10mm bolt there. Take the little reservoir out with the bracket. Okay, there's a little clip over here. Get a little screwdriver, just pop this open over here. All right, then take it out of this little slot here. Okay, this should pop out. Okay, once it's free, the 2 hoses are free, this should be able to come up, out, and you can be able to hook this up over the AC like that. Okay, up out of your way. And right in there, that is your belt tensioner right there. It's a 14mm bolt. And what you want to do is you want to pull it towards the front of the grill. All right, you're going to put the 14mm wrench, or if you got a Serpentine belt kit, you're going to pull it towards the front of the grill. That will take the tension off of it, and you'll be able to get to the belt. This is the one I have. I have a KD one. This is the setup that I got. This is a ratcheting system here. That's why I like it. Okay, this is made by Gear Wrench. So, if you do with a regular wrench, okay, like this, you might not be able to get the angle to come all the way down because you got all these brackets and hoses in the way. Okay, you need to catch it on like an L. So that's why this configuration is here. Okay, this one here, this one is going to sit on the tensioner, on the nut, like that. If you notice the angle of this bar here, because you need the length. And what you can do is you're going to bend it down. You notice the wrench itself is going to disappear, and this bar is going to come up almost at the 12 o'clock position. And if you hold it there, you're able to take the belt off. Now, you can take the belt off of here. You can't take it off the tensioner because the wrench is in the way. You can take it off the alternator over there. Just slide it off. Okay, once you slide it off, then the wrench goes back up and it sits in that position, and then you can take the wrench off. Put your belt back on. Leave a couple of pulleys off over here if you want. That'll make it easier to go on. So, if you didn't write down your diagram, I suggest you do. I made like a little rough poor drawing of one. Okay, that's the way I wrote it. Crank, the AC, the idler pulley, the alternator, the power steering. All right, and that's the tensioner over there. So that's the way it wiggles. You just have to try to remember exactly where it is. Otherwise, you're gonna be playing around with it. But then on the internet, they're all over. There's pictures everywhere. But anyway, now to put it back is the hardest part, okay? Especially if you're doing it by yourself. Because like I said, you got to pull this arm all the way over here in order to put the belt on. So at the same time, you're trying to get all the belts around each specific pulley. It's a little bit of pain in the butt, okay? So I'm going to show you what I did. I don't recommend this for everybody, but you really need to know what you're doing in order to do it. Okay, so I use this specific wrench. I use a socket. All right, so it's nice, tight, 6-point. So I know it's not going anywhere. Okay, because if you do it the wrong way, this thing's gonna hit you in the face. All right, you're gonna put this on your socket there. Okay, and you're gonna pull this back, like I said, back here, as far as it can go. Once you go as far as you can go, then with your other hand, while you're holding this, you got to put the belt on. If you have somebody to come help you, definitely have somebody pull on this way, and you'll put that belt on with no problem. But if you're by yourself and you're struggling, this is what I did. Got a little strap, ratcheting strap, hooked it up to the tow bar right there, went up and around, up this way. I put the other end of my hook right there onto the wrench, like so, and I ratchet it so it held in that one position. Once it held in that one position and I was good, you got to be fast. I went and I put all the belts on with no problem, easy peasy. All right, once you do that, release the ratchet strap, release the tension back, and you are good to go. All right, now I'm going to put the rest of this power steering assembly back. We're going to start it up and let it run. Okay, so let's do that. 10mm bolts, people. Unhook it back off the AC line, okay, with that bracket. Dun, 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 dun. Bring it back around. Line it up. Don't forget to put your hose back on over here. Goes on this, it goes on with this insulator over here, so it doesn't cut the hose. Pretty cool. I'll snap it on with my finger. And then you got to put the other one on with that clip. All right, then your 10mm bolts. All right, make sure that your belt is on every pulley right in the center. All right, so let's do this. All right, there you go. 2 10mm bolts are on. The little clip for that secondary hose is on right down there. Okay, all good, solid. I'm gonna go start it up. There you go, quiet as a mouse. Okay. Now we just gotta put the panels back on the bottom, and we're good to go. All right. Like I said, 2 bolts here. I mean, 2 clips here and about 3 clips on the bottom, and we are good to go. All right. That's it. I'm not going to show you the boring part of putting the clips back on, but that's it. Great tool. Serpentine tool. Serpentine belt tool. You can rent it at AutoZone. Okay, it's a free rental. Just gotta leave a deposit with it or pay for the rent. I think that's what you do, and you get your money back. Okay. Thanks for watching, people. Ciao. Oh, and by the way, this is the belt from AutoZone, 687K7. Okay? Ciao. And for you folks coming out of the exhaust, watching the exhaust video, it was the belt that was making a noise. Changed it out. Quiet as a mouse. See it on the other video how we changed this. Wasn't fun, but it's doable.